Good morning, Boomer. How are you today? Uh, I'm three coffees into my morning, and I had the question. I have a question for myself. I felt like I've wasted this morning for the last 4 hours, but I think it might have become a very productive morning. So, what am I talking about? The morning routine. Do you have a morning routine? I used to. I guess I still do, but it looks very different today. I don't consider it a very productive way to start, but as I'm going to talk about this morning, I think it's been a great morning. I used to get up and do the five pillar thing of meditation, journaling, uh, etc. This morning, typical routine is I get up, I have 1 cup of coffee, then I have 2 cups of coffee, and I've had three now. And how what I was doing is typically I check Facebook, see if my friends are up to anything interesting. Um, I play chess. I have a chess game going, and then I hit YouTube. And each morning I pick up something usually on YouTube that inspires me. 2 days ago, it was a new AI or newer AI notebook LM. Check that out if you can. Yesterday, I found a new YouTuber again through the suggestions that talked about the three things you could do to make your YouTube channel the best. And she said some things that really made a lot of sense to me. I'm going to share those three things with you in a future video, but today I'm going to demonstrate one of them. Let you know what that is at the end. That really got me fired up, optimistic, motivated. And then today I ran across a YouTuber I had subscribed to about a year ago, Ryan Trahan. He's got over 10 million, 13 million subscribers. Young kid, lives in Austin, Texas, and has done he's a great storyteller. You want to check him out. As a matter of fact, the whole point of this morning is to tell you how it inspired me to actually do this video. So to fully gain what I'm talking about, I'm going to ask you to go watch this most recent video of his. It's called How Many Days Can I Double $1? He does things like this, kind of creative. What makes him so good is his ability to tell the story and develop it. But it's, at 20 days, if he makes it and he's got some ground rules set up, I'll let you check it out. He'll have $1 million. Now he's a multimillionaire now, I think. So he does have that advantage. But this is really interesting. I wanted to see. It's not about how to make $1 million. It's about the story he's telling and going about to double $1 every day for 20 days. And I'm 1 week into it now, and I'm inspired because I would like to do more quest type things. It's one of the things I've thought about in terms of what do I want to do with my YouTube channel relative to retirees, relative to the boomers, and you, hopefully, if you're watching. So watching his video is part entertaining, another waste of time, so to speak, but not really. But it's also part educational to learn from these young YouTubers and how they develop the story, how they shoot the story, video wise. It's I encourage you, if you're doing YouTube, watch this kid. He's better than a kid. Watch how some of the props he uses. It's just really good. But here's what I found out. What I picked up as he's developing this story. And again, it's about an hour-long video. I've only watched about the first week, but he's got me. I'm still watching. I'm 20 minutes into it. I'll definitely be finishing this video. I'll report back my final thoughts about that and what I've learned. But for now, these are some things that I was inspired by. I'm inspired by his positive talk in this quest that he's doing. He's just, you can tell he's enjoying life. And that made me think, as we begin each day, a lot of times it's easy at our age, I think. I've always been inspired by positive people, but it seems like a lot of people our age we're just kind of beat up sometimes. We're cynical. And I've realized this, and I've always thought I want to fight cynicism. Don't get skeptical. Give things a chance. enjoy things. And part of that is probably the way we talk in any way. You'll see his enthusiasm. And I want to do that. I want to take things and speak positively as I live through life these final days, right? His ability to communicate is really powerful. When I'm dealing with the public on a daily basis, you know, you can turn situations into a positive experience just by a simple comment or statement. And he does a lot of that in his video. Again, one of the things I'm just so inspired by in terms of how he tells his story, but in terms of his creativity, his ideas. I know that we as retirees, we can find ways to tell our stories. We can find ways to video these things. The language we use that can make it better in the props. Again, he has a wig. It's hilarious. And that's part of the theme that's developing in this quest the story that he's telling right now. But these are things that I think can inspire us to be better at telling the story on our YouTube channels. He also has developed the suspense of what's going to happen. I find myself, the reason I'm going to continue to watch this, and I've watched the first 20 minutes without fail, is I want to know, is he going to be able to succeed of doubling this dollar? And how is he choosing to do it? Now, I believe that this whole thing was planned out. It wasn't necessarily shot in real time. In other words, day one, he doubled his dollar. Watch the video. So each day I want to find out, how is he going to double the dollar? Doubling from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8. It's really fun to see him do this. But as he now gets into, he's up to the 30 to doubling to 60, and then 60. That's about where I'm at right now. That becomes more complicated. That becomes, but he has a plan. You'll see how he's working it and how he's going to bring that out. I want to know, is he really going to be able to do this? Again, not so much that will he make $1 million. It's not about the money per se. It's about how he's telling this story. Because he could just say, hey, I doubled a dollar every day. Here's what I did. And here's as far as I made it. Because there's ground rules that if he doesn't double, if he has a day where it doesn't double, the challenge is over. So again, he's created this suspense, and it keeps you going. I realized the other day when I did that live how much improvement I need in telling the story. And that's going to apply to anything I end up doing with this YouTube channel, What's Up Boomer. I want to tell the facts, say, of the family history, but in a entertaining and interesting way. And this video today gets me going. It motivates me to say, how can I each day or each story just do 1 or 2 things that would make that story better and more interesting to watch and to listen to? So here I am on a Sunday morning, 4 or so better hours into it. And in one way, I haven't done a thing. I'm just sitting, I haven't even had breakfast yet. I've had 3 cups of coffee. And I was feeling very unproductive. But I was really enjoying watching this YouTube story. And it dawned on me, I'm inspired. I'm productive. And so in a way, in an indirect way, this has been a very productive morning. And then that has, more than anything, inspired me to say, record this video now. Make this your next video. My most productive morning from what I was feeling was my most unproductive morning because I've basically just been drinking coffee and watching YouTube. Which brings me to this thought. As a 66-year-old person, and as we need to loosen up. We need to just be thankful, number one, and have gratitude for this day, and find the good in some of these things that we weren't feeling so good about. I think how did I put it? Being inspired is productive. It's going to lead to being a more productive senior, being more productive in retirement. Is keep and find ways that motivate you. Find ways to be inspired. So back to what I learned the other day about being more successful with your YouTube channel. One of the suggestions was to, as far as when you're starting out, to cut back the length of your videos to 6 to 8, 9 minutes. So that's it. That's it. If you're just a boomer and you've happened on this to understand that in our retirement years, starting the day with some sort of inspiration is a good thing. And it is a productive morning if you've succeeded in doing that. Leave a comment if how you start your day, hopefully in a way that inspires you, motivates you, gets you excited about the rest of your day. And with that said, dare I have one more cup of coffee? But yes,